So we got a black Jesus on TV. Nigga, we made it. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here for another edition of Woolly Reviews. Today we going into TV land and talking about the new show from Aaron McGruder, creator of the Boondocks, entitled Black Jesus. Thank you, Lord. So now let's get into the show. First of all, I was looking forward to this when I first heard it, especially after the disappointment of season 4 of the Boondocks, which I only watched 1.5 episodes because this shit was terrible. I'm sorry, it was bad. I couldn't do it, and it's because McGruder wasn't a part of that season. He wasn't even involved in the creative process, which I don't understand. So when I heard he was developing a new show, I was like, yes, finally we're gonna get something new, and we're gonna get something to make up for whatever the hell that was in season 4 of the Boondocks. I mean, they put it on DVD like right after, so you know it was bad when you go straight to DVD the day after your season ends. I mean, I'm just saying that's terrible. It's fucking bad. But Black Jesus, this is what we're talking about now. It stars Gerald Slink Johnson, who is famous for the voice of Lamar on Grand Theft Auto 5. If you ever played that game, you know what I'm talking about. So he plays Jesus, and he lives in Compton, California. Now, the thing about this that makes it crazy is that he walks around and he's just trying to spread the message of love and kindness. And he's got a small group of followers who are just a bunch of niggas in the hood. But they follow Jesus and they follow everything that he does. So the basic premise of the show is this. Jesus is in Compton. He's got a small group of niggas from the hood. And they are trying to spread the message of love and kindness. Well, actually just Jesus. They just riding around with Jesus because they think it's cool to hang around Jesus. And there are a few people who actually don't believe that Jesus is Jesus. One of them being the character Vic, who is played by Charlie Murphy, which is actually the tenant owner of the building where Jesus sort of squats at. He's sort of like a bum. So they also have John Witherspoon, who used to be in the Boondocks as well. He actually plays an actual bum who's also, you know, caught in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff, and is actually used by Charlie Murphy's character as a spy to spy on Jesus to prove that he is not really Jesus. He's just another bum in the streets, just causing all kinds of havoc. So that's, for the most part, how the show breaks down. Now, we're about 3 episodes into the first season, and I'm going to give you kind of like what's going on so far and just what I think about it. So it starts off, in my opinion, kind of a slow start for the show. You kind of just get introduced to all the characters. They try to give you little jokes here and there. Some hit, some don't, but it was entertaining. I would say that. I could watch the whole episode and I could be like, okay, this has promise. This has something that I can actually see is going to build up and get better as time goes on. Now, for the first 3 episodes, the main focus of this is that Jesus is trying to build a community garden, to build, you know, a community garden, which is most likely a cover up for them to buy, you know, build up a weed garden and, you know, smoke weed while they can build turnips and all this other vegetables that they're trying to so-called do. Now, the problem with that is, in trying to get that garden built, they end up getting into a shootout with some essays. They end up trying to steal manure from a horse ranch, which ends up letting horses loose in the street. And just pretty much a whole bunch of other stuff in between. They get robbed for their money. It's just, it doesn't seem to be working out. You see these misadventures and these misfortunes happening, and actually things are happening that Jesus is causing misfortunes, more misfortunes to these followers he has than actually good. Now, he does help at the end of the day. It's sort of like he gets you in a bad spot, but at the end of the day, everything seems to always work out, or so it seems. And I just think that the premise of the show has a lot of potential to really do something great, but it also has a lot of potential to get stale. So I think it depends on the writing and also the development of the characters as the season goes on. Now, I personally believe this is going to get picked up for a 2nd season. After the 2nd season, it depends on how good that season does. It could be like a sort of Boondock situation where the first 2 seasons were real strong, the show gets big, and then they just don't capitalize with the following seasons, and the show kind of just fizzles out. Which I don't hope that happens with this show, because Aaron McGruder does have a knack for making some entertaining stuff and entertaining work. And I would say that this is probably going to be our sort of go-to show for this kind of controversial black, you know, type of comedy. You know, seeing as Black Dynamite's yet to come out with another season and the Boondocks are done, this is what we have so far. What I would like to see, if Black Dynamite, because that's so far one of, you know, the best shows that's come out, which is actually made by another guy who worked with McGruder on the Boondocks. I think his name's Carlos Avery. If they were actually supposed to come out with Black Dynamite and another season of Black Jesus at the same time, Put it on Friday. Call it Black Friday. That would sell. I'm just saying, I would watch it. If you put back-to-back Black Jesus and Black Friday for two seasons. But, hey, I don't work at Adult Swim, so... But if I did, I would come up with that, and I'd probably have a better job than what I do now. But I'm ranting. So, basically, what I'm saying is this show is very entertaining, but it has a long way to go. I would definitely recommend it and for you to check it out. If you like the Boondocks, if you like Black Dynamite, if you like shows like that, this is up your alley. But like I said, it does need more time to grow and develop, and you know, some people may be turned off with the whole Black Jesus and the portrayal of Jesus in the hood and all the things that happens. And some people who, if you're not, you know, too serious about stuff like that, you will enjoy this show. And it is genuinely funny. It gets funnier as the episodes go. I'm enjoying it more and more. I'm looking forward to the 4th episode, which comes on next week. And I definitely think you guys should check it out. So my final verdict, I'm not saying you should check out this show. All I'm saying is that if you're at home Thursday around 11 o'clock at night, and you got cable, and you ain't doing nothing, just turn the channel on to Adult Swim and see if you like what you see. It's not fully Granddad approved, but it's Granddad recommended, if that makes any sense. But definitely a good job with the show. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens more, and never know, the show might blow up just like the previous show. Alright, flip it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the new show Black Jesus. If it's going to be here or if it's going to be gone after a season. I don't know. Let me know. I want to hear your feedback. And also check out my previous videos right over here somewhere. I'll put a link up. And also check out my music video too. I'll drop another link there because I can plug all that stuff because it's mine. Also, subscribe. I'm dropping videos Tuesdays and Fridays every week. You never know what I'm going to talk about next. It could be literally anything. So that's why I want you to subscribe so you can be first to see it and first to hear it and watch it and enjoy it. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, and all that other social stuff because I always drop little previews and things of what I got coming up next, so you never know. All right, and until next time I take my leave, Black Jesus, Granddad Woolly, I'm out of here.